Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna talk about how to find new people to speak English with. Sooner or later in your language learning journey, you will start feeling like you are ready to speak English to a real human being.
I'm ready.
You're bored of speaking English to yourself or not speaking English at all, and you would really love to start speaking to people. If you're not there yet, don't worry about it. Just keep on watching this video and maybe you will learn a few useful tips you might use in the future. The first resource is Cambly. Cambly is a platform where you can take online English classes with native speakers. And Cambly is actually one of the websites that I started using a while back. Probably the first time I used the app and the website was 2 years ago. I know that at the very beginning it might feel a little bit scary to speak English in person, so taking online classes is a great place to start. On Cambly, you can take private classes and speak to a tutor one-on-one, or group classes, which is an amazing choice if you want to meet new people. A few days ago, I took an English class on Cambly, and now I want to tell you guys how it went. So first, when I joined the call, I was a little nervous because I knew that I would have to talk to, new people, a teacher, and also a couple of new students. Yeah, so one channel is about like self-improvement. I talk about moving abroad. But then once we actually started talking, I just felt completely relaxed because everyone was so nice and chill, and just I love talking to them. Our teacher was from the United States and he used to work for Disney in the past, so he shared a lot of interesting stories with us and he even recommended a movie to watch. This one. If you have never watched this movie, check it out. It's an amazing movie. And there's also a book that you can check out as well. I have read the book before and I loved it a lot. My favorite part of the lesson was the game we played called the Vibe Check, which was all about sharing our interesting stories. So because I live in Mexico, I have to learn Spanish because people here speak Spanish. So a few days ago, I went to the doctor. Before, going there, I decided to only use Spanish because it was like, I know my doctor speaks English, but I can't. I can't allow myself to continue using English here. And so I know that right now I can recommend Cambly to you guys. For an exclusive price on group and one-on-one lessons, make sure to use my discount code Veronika Groups. This discount code can also be used with a free trial and it's only valid for 1 week. So click the link in the description and use my code to apply the discount now. The second resource you could check out is social media. This is a bit tricky, but it might work sometimes. For example, I often do live streams on my Instagram page in English and I receive a lot of questions from you guys. So you could also potentially start an Instagram page and do live streams in English, and this way you will be meeting new people and speaking English to them. But if this is not something you want to do, you can also go to my Instagram page and watch my Instagram live, and there in the comments you will see that there are some people who leave comments and say that, oh, I'm looking for a language buddy, I'm looking for like a language speaking partner, would you like to talk to me? Again, this approach doesn't always work, but you can check it out if you love using Instagram or social media in general. Other platforms where you can find English learners obviously include Twitter and Reddit. On Twitter, when you type in English learning, you will be able to find so many amazing resources. The same thing is true for Reddit. You'll be able to find a lot of nice subreddits, ask questions, and maybe even meet interesting people. The next resource you could check out is different meetup groups. If you live in a big city, there is a very high chance that you will have like a meetup, language exchange program, like something like that. And it's extremely easy to find on the website called meetup.com. Also, if you go to Facebook and again type in language exchange in your city, for example, language exchange in Mexico City, you'll be able to find different groups that focus on that. This is actually something that I have used a lot in the past, and thanks to different meetup communities, I got to meet so many different people from different countries around the world. I even once went to a meetup group where people only talked about Formula 1. It was all about F1, you know, the drivers, the races, and obviously everyone was speaking English. And resource number 4 that you could check out is English speaking clubs. Again, it's extremely easy to find an English speaking club. If you want to attend an English speaking club online, all you need to do is type in on Google, you know, English speaking clubs online, join. And there are so many different communities you'll be able to find this way. Also, of course, I have my own English speaking club and I talk about it all the time on my social media and here on YouTube as well. But something that I love doing sometimes is attending speaking clubs in person. So if you are able to attend a speaking club, you know, in person, an in-person speaking club, that could be even better because interacting one-on-one, you know, with a person might be pretty scary, but it is something that will help you a lot in your language learning. So now that we've discussed different ways you can use to find new people to speak English with, let me just briefly mention why practicing speaking in English or in any other language is extremely important. First, when you speak the language, you improve your pronunciation. And it is impossible to improve your pronunciation if you never speak. It allows you to hear and mimic the way others speak. And this way, you can sound more natural. The second reason is that it builds your confidence. A few days ago, I attended a networking event organized by Nick Gray, who published a book about organizing a party in 2 hours, and there I got to speak to a lot of different people in English, and that really builds your confidence because you had to practice a little bit of public speaking, right, or just speaking to each individual person, but still it is difficult, it is scary, but it is so useful. Reason number 3 is it helps you enhance your vocabulary. Again, during the same networking event, my friend was trying to tell me that this guy, Nick, was really pronouncing every single word clearly. So you can see that this person enunciates words well when they speak. So when you talk to people in real life, you learn new expressions a lot faster because usually this is the expression you need right now. And then a story connected to this happened to me a few days ago when I had to go to a dentist appointment, and there I had to learn the word bite and teeth in Spanish because I hadn't known those words before. So it was interesting because now I remember these words so well, and I know that it will take me quite some time to forget them, and hopefully I will not forget them. Reason number 4 why speaking is important is that it improves your listening skills. Talking to a real person in real life is completely different from watching a YouTube video or a movie because, first off, you don't have subtitles. Using subtitles is totally okay. And the last reason is that when you speak to new people, you are exchanging cool things about each other's cultures. And this is always so interesting. This is probably my favorite thing about speaking to new people from different countries. Language and culture are closely connected. So when you speak to a new person in English, for example, and they're from a completely different country, you get to practice your English, but you also get to know more cool things about their culture. So I think it's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope now you understand how important it is to improve your speaking skills. And also now you know what resources you can use to do that. Also, if you would like to check out Cambly and practice speaking English with native speakers and other students, make sure to click the link in the description. And if you want to continue watching more videos from me about speaking English, don't forget to click on this playlist. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.